So there's been a lot of talk and debate about utilizing e-collars for recall. Now, I'll allow him to do that. He's just sniffing. If I notice he starts going under it more, then of course I say something. There's, as you can see, horses over there. We're here alone. No one's here. It's been raining. It's overcast and sprinkling. We're finishing up because I've got to go to the store and head home. But I wanted to get him out, make a little video of how I personally start my dogs off leash, especially in a new environment. As you can see, he has no collar. I know. Normally have a collar on him. Thought I had it in the car, and I didn't. So this is where I'm trusting not only my time that I've worked with him, and trusting that he's going to do what he's been taught, which is he comes in and checks on me. So this is his first time at this park ever. Like, he came to me as a young puppy for about a month, put some time into him, and then owners didn't want him. All right, let's go this way. I've never been back here, so I'm not going to go back here. Just because there are some things I'm not going to do without a leash. So his owner couldn't keep him, didn't want to work with him, so he's back with me. I was planning on finding him another home, but he's doing really well for me and my needs, so everything's kind of been switched around. So for those that don't know, I run my own small independent service dog program. I mostly specialize in psychiatric service dogs. Oh, it's a flagpole. So that's one reason why I have him. He was originally given to someone that I know, and then now he's back with me. I had the choice to either find him a home, give him back to the breeder, or the breeder said I could keep him, work with him, see where he would do well in, since I've been working with this breeder for the last year and a half. Let's go. Good boy. So we have been working on off-leash recall using drag lines, which is typically either a 5 to 8 foot leash or line, or I've been using my 50-foot long line. Now with him, he's been off leash trained ever since I got him. He's used to going on walks without leashes, just because where I live in the country, so there's really nowhere for them to go. Yes, they can go in the woods, but like I said, I've put in at least 3 to 4 months. He's a little thin right now just because we switched foods and he had worms, so he's gaining weight nicely. But when I got him, we switched the foods and not realizing that the calories were off, so he's doing well. But I just want to show a little clip of us at the park. Now, I did do a little bit of training with him. I don't have food or anything, so most of my training is done without food. And then when I go in public, that's when I will utilize food a little bit. When I do use food, that is my form of reward. So other people would rely on more punishment or corrections using the prong or the e-collar or even a regular collar correcting. I choose to reward the good and do some shaping, since now I mostly work with service dogs. I still work with behavioral cases, and those cases are not treated the same as my service dogs. While I can work with behavioral cases in a positive way, there are times where you need a bit more of a balanced approach. And by balanced approach, I mean you may need to put pressure on the leash to keep the dog from, going after another dog. Otherwise, there's still ways that you can incorporate positive training into a reactive, or not, I don't want to say aggressive. Aggressive, if a dog is truly aggressive, then that is a whole other deal. I've dealt with a couple of them. I don't anymore because the last two almost messed my hand up. So that's for a whole other day. When I specifically talk about my training, I'm talking about starting not only young dogs, puppies, typically dogs that don't have any major behavioral issues. Reactivity, yes, you can still work through reactivity in a positive way. You don't need to do anything crazy. We've been here for about 15 minutes now, and I'm just letting him run around. He's checked in well. He's came back when I've called him well. Good boy. Yeah, huh? He's like, this is a fun place. Yeah. So he's enjoying getting out a little bit before we go to the local store. I've got to get a few things. Ran out of milk for the baby goat. So, over here. This way, good boy. Woohoo! So I try and stay as positive as possible. I recently, the last 2-3 years, I was a balance trainer. I would use leash corrections. I wouldn't force the dog to do anything, but say the dog was trying to pull me, I would use leash pops in order for the dog to pay attention. And after seeing, yes, you can get results, but there's just too many trainers out there that have their different views and opinions, so it's hard to pick one when some are very similar yet different. That's why it's important to choose the right trainer for you and your dog, and it's important for you to know your dog so that way you can pick the right trainer. Because I will tell people, look, I know what to do. I'm not a good match for you because of how they want to go about it, and I don't want that liability of, them not listening, wanting to do something else, and someone gets hurt or another animal gets hurt. So as a trainer, you also have to make sure that you're taking on clients that will be responsible for those severe cases. So I used to deal with a lot of cases like that. My last reactive case was last year around this time. He was a little Chihuahua mix, would bite the owner's face. Anything the dog can get a hold of, he would bite. And figured out what the issue was almost immediately, let the owner know, and they did good for about a week or so, and the dog reverted back to the behaviors. So you can, as a trainer, do so much, but if the owners don't want to put the work in, then that is a very hard and challenging thing, especially when you do put time and effort and energy into it. Oh, he's got a stick, and usually when he gets a stick, you gonna chill? We're gonna head home. We'll get you a treat at the store. You want a treat? Yeah? Let's go get a treat. Good boy. Oh, it's starting to rain more too. So this is just our little walk. Excuse me. Like I said, I thought I had a collar in the car, but since we're so close, I wanted just him to enjoy himself. See if he goes to the bathroom. Probably not. He's just looking for whatever he dropped. Like, that was a good stick. Hey, that's Yucky's. Good boy. And I know everyone has their way of working with dogs. That's totally fine. I'm here to help and show people what can be done more on a positive note and manner, and showing the results that you can get on the opposite side. So we're going to be taking him out in a training session hopefully this weekend. I'd like to get him into town, see how he does. I found my scissors and my brush, so I've got to trim his feet a little bit, and he's going to get a bath today. And then I will, over here. Good boy. See how he does on his outing and go from there. But last night I took him out to the local feed store, and to dollar store. We just worked on the outside of the store, and he did really well. So excuse me, I've got, with this weather coming in, goodness, stay over here. So like this, I'm managing him before he goes through, over here. Even though he's not really paying attention to me, like looking or listening, he's still hearing me. And as long as he's doing that. Now the parking lot, over here. Good boy. I'll just make sure that he doesn't go in the parking lot, because he listens. You want to make sure your dog is listening to you with whatever you do, whether it's a voice, whistle, clap of your hands, snap of the fingers, whatever it is, you want your dog to listen. And until your dog, over here, good boy, because right there he can run out. I mean, that's open. So sit. Good boy. And he got bit by another dog. That's sweet. Good boy. You're gonna go get a treat. All right. Yeah. You ready? Oh, I got a white sweatshirt on, dude. But thank you. Thank you. Good boy. All right. Well, we're gonna finish up and head on to the store and head home. Good boy.